Hey y'all, I thought I'd do a quick video in the car as I wait to do dad things as it is during the week and we're busy. I thought I'd talk about a few of the pickups that I had delivered this week. It's one that actually I've been looking forward to for a very long time. It's an old one that's been discontinued and somebody just had it for sale at a good price. So I thought I'd pick it up and smell it, and I am glad I did. And a couple of others that I've had my eye on for a while. So here I'm gonna get ready. I think I'm wearing one of them already on my hand, so that's drying down really nice, and I'll talk about that. So I've got 3 at the moment, and the first one I'm gonna pull out of my little bag here. I feel like Santa Claus. All right. And if you're on my Instagram, you would have seen me do the unboxing video of this, or the unwrapping video of this, because it's not new. It's like 95% full, but it's this bad boy right here. This is, if it focuses, it is Power by Kenzo. Now this took me by surprise. It is practically a Chanel fragrance. It's practically a Chanel women's fragrance marketed towards men and in a Kenzo bottle. Really nice bottle as well. Quite hefty actually for a odd 60 milliliter capacity right here. And it is not powerful at all. As in, it's powerful. It's a powerful floral. That's what it is. It's a powdery floral fragrance. It is just exquisite. The quality in here is astounding. I can see why some guys would love to make this their signature scent, because it's just so standoutish kind of, and I really like it. I've worn it once already just to test out, not a full wearing, and I don't think it was the right weather for it either, but I do think that I'm going to really enjoy this, and I'm glad that there's at least like 55 mils in here so I can get some good use out of it, and I'm glad that it's in here. Something I think from the late 2000s, this one, and quite slept on, because I think it got discontinued quite early on, but there was heaps of stock around. And I remember maybe this came out the same year as Paco Rabanne's 1 Million came out, and that went astronomical in sales and became very popular and had all of the flankers that it's had. This one tanked, and rightly so, because men aren't all that comfortable, I don't think, wearing something as feminine as this. And I think that you need like I said, a special bouquet to actually pull this one off. And when I said it's a Chanel scent, when I smelled it and then I looked it up, and I looked it up to see who the perfumer was, and it is Olivier Polge. Olivier Polge? It's not Jacques Paul. Yeah, it's Olivier Polge, his son, and he is a perfumer. Well, he did the original Dior Homme. That's what he did, as some Chanel scents as well. So yeah, Kenzo, Power, not power, more like flower or powder. Flouder. They should have called it Flouder, because it's a flowery powder. Yes, that's the one. The next one I'm actually wearing on my hand, because I just recorded the unboxing of it. If you're on my Instagram, if you're not, you should be on my Instagram. Check it out at Parfums de Raffi. I'll put a link to it somewhere down here. It's a Xerjoff, and I wanted to grab this before the weather got hotter. It's absolutely miserable here today. It actually hailed yesterday, and my front yard was like covered in ice, and it's supposed to be almost summer over here. But it's Xerjoff. It is this one right here. This is Torino 21. Came out for the finals, I think, of the some kind of tennis championship or something like that, and it is lemon mint, lemon verbena, musk, that kind of thing. The musk I find is very clean in here, and it works really well with the lemon verbena in the base. And off my skin, the lemon verbena is just bouncing off. At the start, you get this really nice lemon, mixing with the mint. It's almost like a mojito without the alcohol, without the rum component in it. And some people might say it's quite similar to Renaissance. I find that it's not as complex as Renaissance. I still consider Xerjoff's Renaissance to be the best Xerjoff fragrance. Fight me. It is the best Xerjoff fragrance. It is deceptively complicated. It is so nuanced. It is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know why it doesn't get its flowers. It should, and I'm giving it right now. This is actually really nice. Probably more for, that one's more for summer. I'd probably say this one's more for spring. You could do this in summer as well easily. But if it was a super hot day, I'd go for Renaissance over Torino 21. Again, it's a partial. I think I got it at a steal, this thing, and yeah, it's my first sort of blue bottle of a Xerjoff like this. I'm gonna have another sniff of it. God, they do their citruses well. They do their citruses so well. As you would expect from an Italian house, they do their citruses super duper well. And that is the second thing that got delivered this week that I picked up, and I'm very happy with this one as well. But the one that you probably haven't heard of, that really didn't get as much hype as what Torino 21 did when it came out last year in 2021, was something that came out maybe 2014, 2015. I can't remember exactly, but what I call this fragrance, the definition of shooting yourself in the foot. That's what I call this fragrance. This is by Lalique. It is from their Noir Premier line, and this one is called Fleur Universelle. Now they've got, I think, 4 or 5 of these in the line, and this is probably the best one to my nose. And look, it comes in a box like this. This presentation is a la Xerjoff, but it actually comes with its own lacquered box, like so. And I'll just lift it out so you can see the full deal. So that's the box. It's got like a little felt sort of underlining, and then it's got the Lalique lacquered box with like a sort of velvety underside, so it doesn't sort of scrape anywhere. And you push this button and lift it up, and inside you've got the brochure and the bottle, which is a Lalique bottle. It's actually a really nice bottle. Inside it's housed, so close that, and there you go. And I'll give you a good look at this bottle, like so. And each one of these has got like a year on it. This is 1900. It's supposed to be some relevance to Lalique and René Lalique at the time. I think he was like at the top of his game at the time with Lalique Crystal. And the bottles themselves are quite nice. You've got the name of the fragrance there on the side, and a little bit of symbology here, if you can make that out. I don't know. It could be the turtle doves, 4 of them, a la Nina Ricci L'air du Temps or something like that. And it's shaped like a 1. As you can see, the Roman numeral 1 like this. All sorts of symbols, all sorts of meanings behind it, but what we're here for is the smell, or the juice, the smelly water inside here. And what I'd like to term this as right now, this is the niche version of Bentley for Men Intense. This is the niche version of Bentley for Men Intense, and I'm calling it right now. And if you want to step up from designer quality, and we all say that yes, Bentley for Men Intense is niche quality. It's not niche quality. It's a niche version, or it's a niche interpretation. It's a niche. It's niche in its concept and what it's trying to do, but it is designer in its execution, no doubt. Okay. It's got great longevity, blah, blah, blah. This doesn't have as good longevity, but the notes and the transparency and the quality of it is up there. If you like Immortelle, the note of Immortelle, this has got a ton. This and rum and a bit of smoky elements. And it's really great. Actually, it's really good for a day like this, because it is super cold and it is miserable. And this is going to make you feel really nice. And I think it's a very modern dressed up cold weather fragrance, and I think it's stunning. I think it's actually really, really nice scent, and I'm glad for it. So that's 3 out of 3 this week. 3 out of 3 bangers that I have, and I'm so happy about that. And I might feature these in some lists coming soon, but these are just some first impressions that I've had after, you know, trying these out this week and wearing them a couple of times and testing them. So yeah, look forward to seeing more of these fragrances and some more stuff coming your way. So as always, thanks for watching.
Lalique.